So we could go back to Dargonus and do Jay's quest, but I guess since we're here, might as well do this, right? So I guess we'll start with Nola's Septum. Lord Captain, we have visitors on the bridge seeking an audience. Your presence is required. Okay. Always getting interrupted in this game. Who is that? Is that Heinrichs? Oh, Dunrock. Your lordship, allow me to steal a few minutes of your precious time. I come to you on behalf of your lowly devotees, who have bestowed upon me the honor of paying you tribute. Glorious tales of your majesty travel far and wide, not only across the decks of this vessel, but also throughout the Protectorate. Your name instills enough fear and awe that people think twice before uttering it without reason, or they call on you in their most desperate prayers. Yes, Lord Captain, at times your name is spoken instead of his among the commoners. Of course, there are also those who have long since honored you as a messenger of the true gods. Followers of your cult have created a relic for you, an altar that was just recently delivered to the ship. I felt compelled to ensure that no one interrupted your work and had it placed in a secret room within your chambers. Does your lordship wish to see it? Wait a second, is this about the quest that we have to become a god to our people? Yeah, I will examine the prayer room immediately. I mean, we don't have any options. The Call of the Edge. Yes, become a god to your subjects. What is this? Is this a heretical thing? The heavy altar looks ancient and out of place in your chambers. Faint whispers surround you as you approach. Place both sword shards upon the altar. Okay. Just as you place both of the shards on the altar, an irresistible force pulls your hands toward them. Blood bursts forth from your palms onto the iridescent metal, and then the shards begin to dissolve, melting like snow in the sunlight. After several agonizing moments, the blood inexplicably reverses its flow and pours back into your veins through the jagged wounds. A blinding fever consumes you. Your forehead beads with sweat, your hands tremble, and your breath grows uneven. Something alien comes to life in your mind, and you sense it turning its dualistic attention to you. Vogue, the first dawn, is woven into the tapestry of your fate. Hike, the second dawn, has entered the halls prepared for the coming of the edge of daybreak. The champion's name is praised by mortals as that of a rising god. The ordination is complete, the vessel is blessed and ready to accept the Weaver's will. Okay, who are you? Vogue Hike is a shard of what was once whole, a weapon that was shattered and scattered across real space by the prince's orphans. We are but refractions of the edge, to which Uralon the Cruel sings his hymns of hatred. That's the guy we met in Kiava Gamma, right? And we promised him the warrant? Why do you need me? The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy to procure that which elevates a mortal above others, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. Those familiar words resurface in your mind as if the voices have pulled them directly from your memory. That fate was assured and the steps chosen, and yet you broke the unbreakable. The aspirant was defeated, and thus gave birth to a new aspirant. Is he talking about Voltware? What happened to the sword shards? They are no longer necessary, for their essence has been absorbed by your body, a vessel to hold a great blessing, or a weapon that will crush the edge of daybreak. The truth is in your very blood now, and you are hereby blessed to discover the last part of the name of the edge. When the time comes, you will gain power over it. So it sounds like we still have a chance to not be heretical? Before we continue, I wish to know the story of the sword and the edge, the whole story. Oh yeah. This galaxy is an ancient, forgotten battlefield, where the prince's orphans once stood together against a mighty viceroy of the realm of the sorcerer, the embodiment of the Weaver's will in real space, us. The battle ended with our defeat. We were fated to return to the Weaver's realm, but mortals changed that destiny. The shards of the edge were sealed in a material object, a weapon whose creation was sunk by the artisans of the prince's orphans. The sword suckled the fragments of the edge, depriving them of their full power, and blotting the path to their return. Millennia have passed since, the sword's creators are no more, and the sword itself, broken into shards, was lost to oblivion among the stars, where generations of my servants have searched for it, until now. The shards were reclaimed, one after another. The first, Vogue, was found in the vastness of the heathen stars. The second, Hike, was extracted from the body of a planetoid, where the corpse emperor's lackeys, crawling in the dirt, unearthed it and heeded the whispers. That's the... what was it called? The prison, right? Vogue was entrusted to our last aspirant, and the servant named Aurora accepted Hike. But you intervened. You cut the threads of the tapestry by interrupting the aspirant's mission and destroying the prophet. The sword was once destined to be reforged, but the pattern has changed, and now you will become the vessel for the Edge's power. So the Weaver joined forces with the Drukhari who stole Raikad's son? The prince's orphans follow the same paths as the corpse emperor's lackeys, paths woven by the Weaver. The Edge foretold the final dawn, and so it came to be, though its makers knew nothing of its design. So what should I do next? Vogue and Hike have been found and reunited. The third dawn, the last of the three, is still shrouded in darkness. Find it on a metal world in the hands of a preacher who desires to fulfill his lord's will, whom he now serves as the greatest of the four gods. A metal world? So that's not Kiava Gamma? When the pattern leads you there, it will split in two, for a pattern disrupted is wont to ripple, become manifold, and distort its colors. Accept the edge or make it your god. Which will you choose? Only a mortal who has reached the prime of enlightenment can find the answer. Once the path is woven, or the pattern is woven, you will hold the power to stop mortals from obtaining a weapon against us. Remain veiled. The blind may read your soul, but they will not dare strike until your blessing becomes apparent. There is a third dawn? I thought there were only two. Perhaps in this world that confines you, mortal, but not in the realm of the Weaver of Destinies. A weapon? What weapon against us? Mortals are always trying to save themselves from their own creations. Yet another fool thinks himself powerful enough to tame an ancient horror. Let his hopes turn to dust. The voices in your head die down for a moment. The future fluctuates and changes. Its interpretation will only tarnish the pattern. Follow the destined path, and all will be revealed in time. Can I count on your aid? If you find yourself alone, beseech us. Vogue Hike is hereby and forever in your blood. I'm surrounded by the servants of the corpse emperor. What should I do with them? Make the weak kneel before you. Subdue the strong, or wait for the moment to strike them in the back. Do it alone or with your faithful allies. What's gonna be my reward? You feel as if white hot metal ring has suddenly tightened around your head. Is it worthy of the chosen one to ask what others can give him? You take what you desire, because you have torn the veil from your eyes and you now see the truth. Okay. Yeah, let the Weaver's will be done, I shall see to it. I wonder if we can betray him later on. The Weaver's will is your own, remember that. Cast off false beliefs, find the third dawn, complete the pattern. You slowly start regaining clarity of mind. There is no trace of the wounds on your palms. The shards, however, have disappeared as well, which makes you wonder if they ever existed at all. Become a zealot of chaos. So we can also pray here. What does this do? Pray to the gods of the warp. 3 temporary wounds? What the... As soon as you utter the first words of prayer, you sense someone else's close attention from beyond the edge of reality. Dark flames fill your soul, and inspired thoughts burgeon in your mind. I mean, sure, okay. 3 wounds. Maybe we can come here once in a while, and it gives us like more stuff. a stronger version of the buff or something? If our faith gets stronger? I don't know. Oh, what's this? Wait. Oh, I think it's the pet. The guy that we imprisoned, right? Tormented captive and crew member. Like, yeah, I think I remember those guys. One of them was from the murder investigation, right? From Ablution in Blood. The captive's skin is littered with fresh scars in the shape of heretical symbols. Oh yeah, and this is the other guy from... I think he was from Footfall, I wanna say? Judging by the amount of blood on the floor and the caged man's ragged breathing, a replacement will have to be found soon. Okay, that's kinda funny. Dude, look at this though! There is blood over here. And there is like, all this crap here. Don't know what to call it. It's like our ship is getting corrupted. That's cool. Because we're becoming more heretical or something. That's cool. Okay, so what do we do now? Abelard... Yeah, let's go back and keep going, right? Have to keep moving. Nola Septum. Promethium 7. Damn. I mean, we have 7 Extractium, so why the hell not, right? We have 17 now. I think 7 is the highest number we've seen so far when it comes to resources. 7 Promethium, damn. The Santiel's pride hives are oozing noxious haze veined with sulfurous streaks. The promethium fumes from the gigantic distilling cauldrons located beyond the temperature shields. Vast, endless deadlands littered with spots of promethium stations and refineries separate the colossi of Rockrit and Adamantine with its crown of gargantuan spires. The heat of the system's star has turned this world into a boiling but lucrative gland within the body of the house Chorda Protectorate. It's hard to tell what's more impressive, the grotesque grandeur of this place or its extreme toxicity. Oh, that's it? Okay. I wonder why the Drukhari only stole that specific sun, and none of these. Adamantine? Yeah, I would take it. We don't see that often. Okay, I guess that's everything here. That was fast. Okay, now we go here. Tenebris Aquae. Damn it! A card inverted. Lord Captain, an urgent report from the vessel's shrine. A group of unknown assailants has invaded his temple and plundered the incorruptible relics of your ancestors, slaughtering devout worshippers as they went. The High Factotum is among the casualties? Wait, what? Had Master Montag and Mr. Sourback not arrived in time? Fortunately, Master Dunrock survived and remains conscious, albeit in great pain. He implores your lordship to come to the temple and hear his confession. Oh god, what? And so it comes to pass. I performed the reading of his tarot after the morning watch siren, but the visions sent by the Undying One were too indistinct. I saw rivers of blood flowing toward the bones of the dead, and a blurred figure, laughing, treading upon the ashes of the fallen. It is now clear. The Undying One desires me to follow the figure's tracks. Thus, my hunt begins. Okay, so we have to go there now, dude? Damn it. I doubt this is gonna be fast, right? Oh god. Jesus. Dunrock is here. Yocasta? Traitorous vermin, I'll get you wherever you are. Oh, Abelard. Wait, why is Abelard here? What are we missing? Pascal? Why is Pascal not here? I guess Abelard has to be here? Who are we supposed to talk to?
The world will bow.
Dunrock? Oh, okay. The Master-at-Arms is barking orders, Confessor Adalbert is murmuring a prayer, and the Infernus Master is circling the chapel with a keen eye as if watching for a threat. Kibella quickly sweeps her gaze over the distraction before focusing on the bloody footprints that stretch from the ruins of the reliquary. The High Factotum's velvet coat is streaked with blood, and Yanris himself is deathly pale. A Medicae officer is working on the black gunshot wound in his chest, and Yanris grunts faintly with every touch. He focuses his eyes on you with tremendous effort. Forgive me for not greeting your lordship with a bow. I must tell you, Nemesis has stolen the great relic. Dude, this guy again? Nemesis? Yet another spin on that old wives' tale? This old wives' tale was blessed with amazing corporeality. Whoever the bastard in the red scarf was, he went by that name and spoke very impertinently of your lordship. He dared to mock your generosity and sneeringly thank you for your supplies you used to pacify the serfs of the Foundry Bay. The scoundrel boasted that his fighters have made good use of the gifts. Just another arrogant rebel, wrapping himself in a crimson rag and wreaking havoc for the adoration of the commoners. Not this time. No one has ever dared to raid the upper decks before. Never in the ship's history has the fury of the rabble been so blind and fierce. Yanris, what happened here? Serfs in red headscarves burst into the chapel and started shooting. Their leader made for the relic, the remains of honorable rogue traders brought here from the mutant solid crypt. And when I realized that the sacred ashes of your ancestors were about to fall into the filthy hands of a heretic, one intent on desecrating the glorious dynasty, no, that could not be allowed to happen. I blocked his path. The bastard allowed himself a few vile insults against me, which I am obliged to omit, but I did not give in to the provocation. I was hoping to buy myself some time. Then the so-called Nemesis started reviling the customs of the ship, berating its officers and enforcers, before insulting the very name of your lordship yourself. I threw my glove in his face and demanded a duel, but the honorless villain just shot me. He laughed at me. The depraved creature? He winces, either from a new burst of pain or from the memory of the humiliation he so recently endured. And then he committed sacrilege by stealing the relic and shattering the sarcophagus. Forgive me, your lordship, I have failed to preserve the sacred ashes of your ancestors. Inspect the empty altar behind him. The reliquary has been brutally smashed, and the bed on which the sacred ashes of past rogue traders and their servants once rested is now empty. How exactly did he insult me? I beg forgiveness, your lordship. I dare not repeat this slander. I insist. He called you a ghoul who sits on a throne of bones, feasting on the raw flesh of his servants. Forgive me, your lordship. Merely repeating these foul words is making me ill. Why did you wish to see me so urgently? Wait, what? I had to apologize to you. I had to repent. For many years I did my best to serve the dynasty, but at the most crucial hour, I failed. Shame scorches my pathetic, cowardly heart, your lordship. I hate to tell you how deeply remorseful I am. So, is he about to die here? It says, hold on, I will not let you die, and I will not forget your courage, my loyal factotum. I mean, let's try to save him, right? Proud to serve the dynasty. The papers, your lordship. Have the clerk double-check the freight bills. I did not have time to get the seals. My will is in the left-hand drawer? Wait, what? He wants to do his will? How badly is the High Factotum wounded? He is losing a lot of blood. I advise you to hurry. Master Dunrock should be on the chirurgeon's table as soon as possible. I am holding on, your lordship, worry not. What matters now is that you recover the relic. Some miracle preserved Master Dunrock's life long enough that he might address you. His fate now rests in the hands of the Emperor. May he show mercy to this selfless man. Did you see the attack, Heinrich? I did not. I was on my way to offer a prayer when I heard the gunfire and ran as fast as I could. When I got here, I saw Master Dunrock, and I think the next thing I did was just to press his wound and spout curses. So much for being a heroic repairman. I wasn't much use, was I? Damn you, Yocasta! How did the renegades manage to sneak all the way to the upper decks? Dude, she is not having a break, huh? She keeps messing up or something. And we just keep blaming her all the time. I mean, with good reason though, right? There are like security breaches everywhere. They had help. We have discovered the hidden corpses of several chapel attendants. The traitors took their clothes and led Nemesis and his accomplices straight past the patrols. They were good people, pious people. They never slighted a serf in their lives. Why punish them? I swear that these innocents will be avenged. May the Emperor be my witness. I will strangle him with my own 2 hands. May the Emperor protect your... The factotum's eyes roll back as his enormous frame gives a convulsive shudder. Apologies, your lordship, but we are taking Master Dunrock away. He is unable to tell you anything more at present, and every second of delay could cost him his life. Yeah, sure, I guess. I hope he makes it. I like him. So what do we have so far? Master Dunrock is on his deathbed, all the attackers are either dead or have absconded along with the sacred relic, and the witnesses all agree on this one thing. Nemesis and his accomplices came out of nowhere and struck suddenly. Only the throne knows where we can find these bastards now. We will find them. We will turn this vessel inside out if we must. There is nowhere even a void rat can... There is no need. The Blood's Whisper will lead us to Nemesis. The Blood's Whisper? Did you perform another divination? Yes and no. His tarot guided me here and told me of the evil that lurked in the shrine. But beyond that, the bloody path carelessly tread by the raiders will reveal the truth. With all due respect, Spinner, the enforcers have already questioned all the witnesses and compiled an extensive list of evidence, none of which tells us anything about how or where the troublemaker calling himself Nemesis might have escaped to. See, Yocasta, it seems to me that your enforcers could learn much from these death cultists. Undoubtedly, Lord Captain. Perhaps the Servant of Death will share her insights, that we might all understand what happened here and what we should do next. Okay, very neutral answer. Kibela, tell us everything. Kibela sharply turns to face the crimson splashes on the floor and the walls of the shrine. Her pupils dilate, threatening to drown her irises in darkness. Her expression turns distant, her voice becoming low and strange. This blood is drawn in a pattern of retribution. The one who spilled it appeared later. They moved swiftly and furiously, numbed to their own wounds. An enforcer who was drawn to the gunfire and witnessed a sacrilege? Probably. As for this pattern, Kibela points to a barely visible chain of scarlet droplets. It was made in fury and desperation. The one who left it was wounded, but they did not flee. They fought back while they could, and then they retreated into the darkness. Kibela's eyes close and she falls silent. Then she exhales sharply and points a steel claw into the darkness of the maintenance tunnels hidden within the walls of the shrine. And you gleaned all that from a couple of bloodstains, or did you have a vision? There is no need for revelations from the Undying Emperor here. For one who has dedicated their life to understanding the tenets of the web, death speaks a language clearer than any words. Blood writes a chronicle of the final hour, and it holds all the answers. It speaks to me. It can tell me with what instrument it was spilled, what its owner felt, whether they struggled in terror or were as cold as the steel of a blade, at what moment and how the thread snapped. For a spinner, no two wounds are alike, and each scarlet drop carries a message from the Undying One. I am glad she's on our side. If the attackers have escaped through the maintenance tunnels, we can send in the enforcers after them. The technical corridors extends hundreds of meters in different directions. Nemesis and his men must be familiar with the tunnels and possess either a map or a guide. Without a clear trail, the enforcers risk getting lost and wasting valuable time, not to mention the fact that those narrow tunnels are perfect for an ambush. So we still have no idea where to find Nemesis? The tunnels only answer the question of how he left. Now Death will tell us where he was heading? As if in a trance, Kibela leans over a body and peers into its eyes. He stinks of smoke, the smoke of synced coveralls, vile law sticks, burnt sacred unguents, and charred meat. She slides a pale hand along the dead man's skin and snakes it under the sleeve of his coveralls, which she pushes back to reveal a fresh burn, bandaged with a torn scrap of shirt. Her steel claws dig into the dead man's arm. Your wound holds the answer. You dressed it carefully. Not inside the shrine, before that. Something struck you, ripped the tissue apart, burned you, turned your hand into a worthless lump. It was not fire, no. The fury of the conductive charge. It has marked you, heretic. I recognize your wound, for I myself have encountered it on those I take to the other side within the plasma drive chambers. The plasma drive chambers, are you certain? The Cult of the Ravenous Star used the same compartment to assemble and store weapons. This cannot be a simple coincidence. Yeah. That mutineers' cell and all their secret stockpiles were destroyed, I made sure of it. Nevertheless, you are right, and the same troubling thought has crossed my mind. They could have been connected to Nemesis. We've already wiped out the Xeno mutants or whoever they were, so we have one less thing to worry about now. All that's left is to deal with this cutthroat and his henchmen. I mean, yeah, let's gather the enforcers and let's go. No, Domin Mrayse, you must stay. You are the one that Nemesis has challenged, and those we hunt know you by sight. You will frighten away the prey, and we will lose the trail until the next tragedy occurs. So what do you suggest we do? I will go there alone. I will track down the false champion and all who serve him, and I will prepare the grounds for your own hunt. What? Out of the question. An enforcer squad would certainly scare off the vermin, but I'm not letting you go alone, servant of death. You and I will go to the chambers together, and together we will bring down all who have dared to insult the Lord Captain. I'm going too. I have a couple of good friends in the plasma drive chambers, the nosy kind who know everything about everyone. Convincing them shouldn't be difficult, especially if I pull a few favors. It will be the three of us then. What a company. There is an awkward pause. Kibela takes a long look at the officers' faces before finally nodding her assent. So be it, but not like this. Much like your faces, your guises are too conspicuous. I mean, can I just disguise myself as well? Oh, interesting. We cannot use one. Disguises are overrated. You will do just as well without one. Yeah, let's go with that. I sure hope so, Lord Captain. The workers are used to seeing me all over the place, but the unexpected arrival of the Master at Arms is going to raise a few eyebrows. Before I depart to hunt for the Nemesis, I asked the Domin to bless me. I pledged never to leave your side, yet the hunt demands that I do just that. Grant me this permission by performing the ceremony of twining. When your people have taken their leave, under the gaze of the Undying One, we will begin the rite. What is the ceremony? The rite of blessing for the sacred hunt. With it, the Domin casts their shadow over the path of carnage. Under your benediction, I will strike harder and tread more softly. So, if we do this, she gets a buff during the mission or something? Very well. With your permission, Lord Captain, the Infernus Master and I will take our leave now and set out to prepare for the descent into the chambers. Okay. Dude, there is so much dialogue in this one. Sit down now, Domin Mrayse, and listen. Let the ceremony of twining begin. Using a finely honed blade, Kibela carves an intricate symbol into the floor. She then produces a small bundle wrapped in incense-laden parchment and sets it alight. You are my Domin, I am your blade, and I am honed by your blessing. My arms are strong while your will is strong, and as long as the Undying One hears your prayers, my feet will go unheard. Her blade kisses her palm, and dark blood begins to trickle and spread over the bottom of the ritual cup that has just now appeared in her hands. With our blood, with our will, we shall spin a scarlet web, the symbol of the hunt. May it herald our prey's demise. Kibela puts a dagger into your hand and you suddenly feel how heavy your eyelids have become. Your heartbeat slows inside your chest. Her words linger, then rush through your mind in a deluge. The heavy scent of incense envelops you and makes your head spin. Also, she wants us to hurt ourselves. Make a small cut on your palm. The pain gives way to a burning sensation as Kibela grasps your hand and squeezes it over the ritual cup. But this new discomfort is quickly replaced again. This time by a dull numbness and the faint warmth of blood flowing from your open wound. The twining is the blood oath I have made to my lord. Kibela dips her fingers in the spilled blood and traces a symbol, first on her own forehead, then on yours. It appears to resemble a blade that is cutting through an intricate knot. Anoint me with your blessing, Domin Mrayse, and may the ceremony of twining commence. Dude, isn't it commenced already? Kibela's face blurs before your eyes. No matter how hard you try to focus and dispel the vision, in place of her face, you see a death mask, a broken skull with hollow eye sockets. I see strange things within you and without. I don't want to say that. Be merciful. I bestow my blessing upon you and so on and so forth. Can we finish this up now? No. May your fury and resolve be unshakable, Kibela. One who follows the thread of the web fights not out of rage, but with a mind as cold as stone. Nevertheless, rage can become a potent weapon in the hands of a punisher. I understand, Domin Mrayse. I accept your blessing. Your body cannot accompany us on this chase, Domin, but your spirit, there is nothing the spirit cannot do. The twining is complete. You and I are now bound by the blood oath. Think of me while I hunt, as will I think of you. Become a thought flowing through my mind. If the Undying One is gracious to us, he will send you dreams, and in those dreams you will see me. If he is more gracious still, those dreams will be truthful. So I will become a part of you? What does that mean? Your spirit will come with me to the plasma drive chambers while your body remains motionless. If the Undying One graces you, you will hear what I hear, see what I see. You will think my thoughts as if they were your own. But if you shout out to me, if you give me an order, I will not hear it. Only the ripples of your mind can reach me through the winding thread. Okay, so I guess we can begin? You perceive a faint smile from beneath the death mask. Kibela hands you the cup and begins tracing her finger around the bottom while whispering a prayer. Watch now, Domin Mrayse. What does thy seeing eye behold in the converging patterns of blood? You see shifting images in the blood, a spider crafting a fine web, blurred shadows that could resemble either a swarm of void rats or an enraged hound, crossed blades, a card of the Emperor's Tarot. But as soon as your gaze lingers on any of them, reality bleeds through the fluid shapes. Expose the followers of Nemesis. Soon your spirit will be able to follow me. I will bid the servants to carry your body to your chambers, where you will not be disturbed. Wait in silence and safety. For me, the hunt has begun. Wait, do we switch to her now? Kibela's footsteps fade away, melting into the same impenetrable darkness in which your consciousness is extinguished. Wait, what? Oh, we dive right in! Okay. So where are the others? Are we solo? Stale air, oppressive noise, the hum and whir of machinery drown out all thoughts. This place rings with tension. Is it the powerful energy coursing through the cables? Or have the wails of the workers merged into a cacophony of indignant whispers and degenerate prayers? Lost, mired in petty troubles, unmindful of duty, their voices creak as if covered in rust and their eyes are dimmed by the endless drudgery and lack of light here on the working decks of the Domin's great ark. I have seen it before. In these murky depths, people become creatures all too ready to devour each other for worldly gains, fleeting pleasures, or imaginary freedom from obligation born from the abyss of spiritual emptiness. The Undying One punishes them through me. Disgusting mutations, abominations, reflections of vice are born in the shadows, and I will be their doom. The thread shakes, the web is taut, I step silently, may the great hunt begin. The thread shakes, the quarry always leaves a trail. We may not see it, but we can feel it. What is this, dude? I taste the air, the scent of fresh dye with a subtle note of sparks. This is new, pleasant. The upper decks reek of luxury, but here I feel comfortable. There is something else. This is it. I recognize the smell. Unguent, low and burnt meat. Just like the shrine. The time has come to spin the scarlet web. The web is taut, know the hunting ground. To find the enemy, I must listen. Inhale, exhale, inhale. The rhythmic beat of engines and pumps, that is a ship's breathing. That is a ship's heartbeat. Is it strange that I feel at home among the workers of the lower decks who pass their time like the living dead? Warmth spreads through my chest. I like to think that this is a connection with which the Undying One bound my and the Domin's fates together. He has blessed us, and we hunt as one. I step silently, darkness is our ally, merged with the shadows. In the twilight of the chamber, barely illuminated by flickering candlelight, I become like them, the lost, married servants. They will become unwitting allies in my hunt. Their hopelessness, their desperation, their thirst for survival will become tools for my use. Okay, there they are. Where is the second spinner? We were supposed to meet here. I mean, there she is. I'm not sure, but I don't like the way the locals are staring at us. Maybe it's your captivating charisma? Footsteps? Two are coming, toward me. Familiar gates. Those are the Domin's servants. I would not be surprised if the cultists set out on the trail of Nemesis alone. The spinners are arrogant. We're just another soul to them, a gift to offer death. Still, Mistress's voice is hard and cold, like her will. I can see in her eyes that she dislikes me. She is wary, and so she should be, for we serve the Domin, not one another. Does this remind you of anyone at all, Jocasta? This man is enamored with fire. Even his words sound full of biting flames. And he himself enjoys playing with fire, too much so. They bicker again. Their mutual animosity may disrupt the hunt. Examine still Mistress and flaming voice? They are conspicuous, their clothing attracts the eye. I will use this. Let them become a threat that looms over these chambers. Let them stir the souls of the lay people, in whose hearts the fear of retribution will grow. Okay, so it sounded like she would dump them, but I guess not. I'm here? There she is! Welcome to the Plasma Drive Chambers, esteemed Holy Assassin. You can exchange pleasantries later. Lieutenant Godierda is on duty in this compartment. I have ordered her to gather information on all the workers who wear red scarves and who have recently left the bay. This is pointless. The red scarf is not proof of guilt. It is merely a symbol. It could be a trap. I need to find her. I will watch the Enforcer and those who are watching her in turn. Your Enforcer knows nothing about life in this compartment. I guarantee it. I have a better source of information. A good friend of mine who knows a lot about delicate matters. It would be easy to get him to talk. He is terrified of pain and death. Only the faithless fear death. I will not trust him. Let him trust me so that his trust may become a snare for my hunt. Dude, there is so much dialogue in this one. It's actually crazy. I'm so tired. I cut them off with a gesture. Their methods of hunting are not mine. But I take the grain of truth from their words and weave it into my plan. We need to provoke them into making a move, guys. Intimidate them with an impending threat? Instill a false sense of impunity. Convince them that they can and must act now. Strike out the spark that will ignite the flame? I don't know, I guess intimidate them? I don't know, man. I feel like that's the most fun option. Oh, we can still do the other two. Flaming Voice relies on a talker, one who keeps no secrets and fears pain. An unreliable vessel is bad for holding secrets, but good for spilling them. Through him, I will whisper lies to the enemy. Okay, so I guess strike out the spark that will ignite the flame. I guess we have to do all of this, right? Yeah. Identify Nemesis' accomplices among the commoners. I feel them lurking in the crowd, my enemies. They are cautious. I must find them and let them believe their luck. Then they will shed their masks and I will take them down. Okay, instill a false sense of impunity, convince them that they can and must act now. This enforcer who answers to Steel Mistress is the symbol of order and obedience in these chambers. She is standing in the way. When she disappears, my enemies will believe it is safe to strike, and that will be a costly mistake. Such is my plan. They look at me in silence. They do not understand yet, but that matters little. I'm on the hunt. Dude, okay, that's like so much dialogue, holy shit. Oh, Absalom is here. What the hell? Why is he here? What? Whip? An old burn spread across her body in a scarlet blotch. A look of contempt, a heavy baton covered in blood and symbolizing boundless power. A heavy baton covered in blood and symbolizing boundless power. Like a fierce leather whip, she lashes with both her hand and her gaze. Master at Arms! Lieutenant Godierda, ready to present a report as you... Keep it down, will you? I understand your desire to curry favor, but do you have to do it so loudly? Mistress Sauerback is already a colorful, attention-grabbing character all by herself. Don't you dare reprimand my own enforcers in front of me. Still, Mistress clearly agrees with him, but her pride will not let her admit it. She is afraid of appearing weak, of losing control, respect, and by so doing, she may spoil the hunt. Godierda, we're conducting an inquest. Answer the spinner's questions. I hope your report will be useful. Okay, I mean, 25%. I mean, let's try. Whip, what can your scars reveal to me? Oh, I guess... Okay, I see. Day after day she watches the serfs labor away, exhausting their last vestiges of strength, and there is no compassion in her eyes. They are simply a resource she is commanded to use and then discard. She hates them because she blames them for her pain, her wounds. Nothing is unimportant during the hunt. Tell me what you know and I will listen. I guess let them converse first. Because she said earlier that when she is talking, she's gonna pay attention to the others around and see if anyone is looking at them. The workers hide their eyes, but I can hear the murmurs echoing through the bay. There is an impotent rage in their hearts directed at Whip, for she is the embodiment of the very order they despise. But why do they not realize that the enforcer is a shield as much as a lash? Some of the people I escorted to the other side looked at me the same way. In the past, I did not understand, but now... Do the lay people see spinners performing their duty to the Undying One, or enforcers performing theirs to the Domin as monsters? I mean, probably. Nothing is unimportant during the hunt. Tell me what you know and I will listen. A group of workers wearing red scarves were seen in the compartment just after the attack on the shrine. The foreman stated that they were at work on the freight line. No gunpowder on their clothes, no fresh wounds. Too many of them have started wearing red masks, and it muddles the trail. But we also found some red scarves and bloody rags in one of the shredders only shortly afterward. We sealed off the exits and reduced the air supply to the maintenance tunnels to the absolute minimum. And now you can't stay in there longer than a few minutes without passing out. There is no way the bastards could have left the plasma chambers. They are definitely in here somewhere. Like snakes, the servants of Nemesis have shed their skin. The red scarf is just a distraction. Yeah, I wonder if they gave like red scarves to normal people that are unaware of all of this, just to confuse us. So everyone is like wearing red scarves and stuff. Do I sense the touch of his will? The Undying Emperor wishes to bestow a revelation upon me in this trying hour. Let his tarot show me the way. I breathe in essence made from the ashes and blood of the faithful. It enlightens the mind, granting it the grace of reading his signs. A wave of epiphany sweeps my thoughts away, pulling me into a blessed trance. My fingers move of their own accord over the sacred deck and draw a card. It is a martyr. I see a tear of blood wash over the pale features in the image, and they shift, becoming Whip's face. A portent from him. The Undying One blesses me to take Whip. The minions of Nemesis fear her. When her soul is delivered to the Undying One, the traitors will feel invulnerable. They will crawl out of their holes and fall into my web. So we're killing Whip. I know how Whip's thread will end. I cannot sever Whip's thread with a blade, for the serfs would recognize me as one of the spinners and lose all courage. But the spark of the machine spirits in the plasma drive chambers has already claimed the lives of many. I will use this, and thus the web will be spun. Okay. Whoa, did her portrait change actually? She didn't look like that before, right? She didn't have the mask on. That's cool.
Follow the threads.
Set up a trap by spilling the liquid. A reservoir of technical fluid. If it leaks, carry out the will of the Undying One. So she's going... Where is she going? Over here? Is she gonna be like electrocuted or something? Or what is that? A single swing of the blade will send the Enforcer's soul to the Undying One. Do I wanna do this like right now? Yeah, here is where the elevator was, right? I remember this.
Death walks with me.
Is there anything else here? Engine seers. We can't talk to any of these guys. Flaming voice, still mistress. That's cool. I see you lot have taken off your red scarves. No longer feel like playing Nemesis, do you? Hammer. Oh, can't talk to him. Become a shadow and heed the voice of the crowd. The lay people have huddled together like a herd being chased by predators. Faded gaze, bent backs, the crimson kisses of batons on their bodies. And yet, shadows of smiles touch their dirty, burned lips as a strange pair, like a hammer and anvil, send sparks into the air with the words. What are these two talking about, hammer and anvil? And then the liver smacked you right in the kisser? Ha! Give or take a tooth, this is nothing. Bruisers, burns, cuts, that's just life. Just remind yourselves how you come home after your shift, having exchanged your ration card for a bowl of soup. How your little ones gulp that bowl down, how they fall asleep, feeling a little better. I say that's worth a hard day's work, and a punch in the face. He smiles broad-shouldered with a rusty beard. He is not afraid to share laughter with others, and so the crimson shades from the beatings never leave his face. His voice is bright and sonorous and listened to. Not everyone here is as chipper and thick-skinned as you. A bowl of soup is great, he says. What about having to choose which of your 3 kids gets it? Is that great too? Beatings are nothing, he says. Remember when the enforcers broke your arm? Since you couldn't work, your wife had to pull 3 shifts. She collapsed at the lathe, and the conductive charge burned out her eyes. Damn. None of us deserve that. Tough and unyielding, every word hurts, but she is forgiven for her sincerity. They listen to her to pull themselves together, to share their common pain. I will come back later, my hunt has just begun. Wait, what is this? Oh, it's the same thing. Okay. Yeah, I guess the only thing we can do is go to...
My visions showed this path, and many others.
Cool. Yeah, I guess we have to do this. What else does it say? So, instill a sense of impunity in the traitors by removing the deck enforcer. The quarry must not see the trap being laid. Oh, so we have to do this when she's not looting or something. Plant a rumor of an impending raid among the workers using a local gossip. Identify Nemesis accomplices among the commoners. Ah.
The web beckons.
So what the hell are we supposed to do here? Like, we use this? Where does this go? Over here? And then in there? What does that do? Okay, this is coming. I guess let's use it? Oh god. Maybe not? Can we do it now? It is too early. The quarry must not see the hunter set the snare. I mean, how's he gonna see it? He's not looking, dude. Oh, we electrify the water.
No sleep, no rest. Only duty, only death.
So now she's gonna die. Wait. What? What was that? Oh! She died here? What the hell? That was weird. Wait, so what now though? Okay. How do we plant a rumor?
Another step, another thread.
And just like that, she's gone. She will never even know what she died for. Meanwhile, the spinners go on passing whatever judgment they please. Damn it, why did it have to be Godierda? I don't know why the Emperor ordered you to kill her. But we must see to it that she did not die in vain. Also, they know we did that. Huh.
Follow my steps.
I mean, I guess we have to try to talk to people and see if we have dialogues anywhere. Oh. Oh, this is the same thing again. Oh. See if anyone has fallen into my web. You heard the news? The lieutenant got fried on the wires. A brutal end for a brutal woman. That's called justice. For every broken bone, for every gob of spit in our faces, good bloody riddance. Yes, just as long as they don't pin her death on any of us. The frightened herd sways, humming with whispers. In their eyes, the fires of anxiety flicker. Careless, suggestible people. Okay, so there's nothing else to do here, it seems. What are we supposed to do then? Maybe you? Huh. Oh, who is this guy? Stain? Long time no see, Spindle. Tell me, what does silence taste like? Are they using a secret code? Without flaming voice, he would never even speak to me. Everybody knows silence doesn't taste like anything. If you wanna earn rations, you better start dealing in words. He speaks casually, but his voice is slimy and slippery. His eyes are as dirty as an oil-stained garment. The impudence in his gaze and words when he turns them to us. He is unclean, and he knows it. He is unrepentant. Who is that with you? An enforcer? And a spinner? Do you want me dead? If anyone sees me talking to you, they'll snap my neck. So off you go. The peddler of words is trembling in fear for his life. I must extract answers from him. But by what means? This wimp is your trusted source? He is pathetic. I never said Spindle was trusted. I said he knew what goes on in the plasma chambers. Persuasion 0%, coercion 25%. But Medicaid though, 100%. The quelling stimulant of the needle's tip will loosen Stain's tongue. What is this feeling? So calm. Fine, ask whatever you want, but then leave. My reputation cost me a lot of blood, and I didn't earn it to have it trampled into dust because you people happened to stop by. One glance is enough for me to see your true self, Stain. You're a liar and manipulator, peddling other people's secrets and not knowing how to keep your mouth shut. You will become the bait, sowing confusion among the minions of Nemesis who hope to wait out the lockdown. They think they have enough time? I will deprive them of that confidence. Where do things stand in the plasma drive chambers? Speak briefly, speak sense. We just had another enforcer die. I swear she did it to herself. Stepped right on a wire and riled up the machine spirits. You lot be careful now. There is a bunch of workers in the far corner who now gather between every shift, whispering to each other. They don't invite me, they say I talk too much. Well, if they are scared of my tongue, that means they have something to hide. And of course, everyone is talking about Nemesis. Sure, the foundry and the chapel were big, but he's been helping people all over. A lot of folks are sticking with him now. You can knock my teeth out if I'm lying, don't got many of those left anyhow. But I'll tell you this, even if someone finds him, they won't rat him out. Set up the snare, there will be a raid soon. Be careful, I warn you in appreciation of your cooperative nature. What are you... That information is not meant for his ears? Really? I see. Well, if that's all you wanted, then can I go? Go, Stained, and be my herald. It is difficult to admit, but I do share the Master-at-Arms' indignation. We came here to get information about the traitors, not to reveal our secrets. Reveal the truth to the enemy and they will harm themselves with it. Yeah. I just hope the wisdom of the Bloodspan web won't cost us. Okay, so... Identify Nemesis accomplices among the commoners. So we have to find these guys that are conversing, but the only guys that we've seen are these guys over here, no? Yeah. Hammer. Oh. What did he say there? I can't actually turn the camera. The lay people are huddled together. Oh, that's the same thing. What are those two talking about? Wait. Oh, your plan appears to have worked, Spinner. The air itself is charged with something, and it is not a conductive charge. The serfs, they are staring. Listen to the rapid beatings of hearts. The lay people are frightened, angry. They feel the impunity that sprouted like a weed upon Whip's demise. They feel the threat crushing them from the upper depths, both imminent and inevitable. What are they talking about? I can hear their whispers, insidious and deafening. No longer do they laugh with the others. No longer do they pretend. The Enforcer is dead, and Punishers from the upper decks will soon follow Nemesis' trail. This is our chance, we need to act. This is it. I can sense that the prey is close. They have little fear of giving themselves away anymore. They need a spark to ignite the flames, something that will convince Nemesis' followers that they are strong, and that the Domin's servants are diminished. Wait for the right moment and then light the spark. They tell us this is how it's meant to be, just because they were born on the upper decks and we down below, in the darkness. Is it really the God Emperor's will that they grow fat on the fruits of our labors? Revel in luxury while we die without water or medicine? No matter how hard you work, they will wring everything out of you and give you nothing. Who allowed this to happen? The Rock Trader, his name be damned. A Grox on the throne. A tyrant throwing our bones into the furnace of his protectorate. Shut your foul mouth, Void Dog! Flaming voice? No, it is too soon. I understand your anger, but you must temper it. What did you just say about the Lord Captain? The one who gives you work, food and shelter? You insolent deadbeats? I can see what you have gathered here, and I will not let you start another rebellion. If you do not disperse, I will give the order to vent the plasma chambers. You have 5 seconds. 4. The tyrant's lucky. If you do this, you will die with us, you madman. To protect the Lord Captain and the crew? I see you've never met an Infernus before. Their faces are twisted with fear. Will they retreat? Will they flee? Will the hunt be thwarted? No. So, Oh shit! A small throwing blade flies out of my palm and draws a scarlet line across Anvil's neck. If I had wished it, she would be dead, but she continues to breathe and to bleed, and to scream furiously as she looks at me. The Rogue Trader's assassins are here! Look! They wanted to kill me! Find the assassins! The spark is lit. Dude, this is so cool actually. Imagine how much cooler this would be though if there was voice acting. The lay people press in from all sides, pushing and shoving. Their faces are ablaze with terror and rage, and a violent energy boils through the mass of bodies. This power will be difficult to contain. Frightened people are dangerous people. The hunt was meant to go differently, but such is the Undying One's will. Fairness. One voice rises above the others, the voice of a burly, bearded technomat. Low as the roar of a furnace. Furnace smells of sweat and sacred unguents. He is not afraid, he merely pretends to be. Beneath the shadow of terror, I hear excitement. Do we deserve to be executed, my brothers and sisters? Have we not labored with the sweat of our brow? Have we not perished from the outbursts of raging machine spirits? Why do they call us rebels? Why are we being punished? Take a closer look at Furnace. Strong, heavy, enormous hands whose blows should be feared. A great belly that has become a symbol of his success. He does not starve, so those who follow him will not starve either. A powerful leader, recognized by the whole pack. Think about Domin Mrayse? I turn my thoughts to him, for it is his people that are standing before me. What would he do, the one whose thread I anoint with my blood? Huh. You should be grateful for having been blessed with both toil and injury. Who would you be without them? Nothing but worthless rubble. My words frighten them, wound them, because they are just, and that makes their anger swell all the more. Why are you surprised? Have the officers ever treated us otherwise? A new voice, sandpaper rough, tears through the rumbling of the crowd. Its owner is rugged and filthy, and a feverish gleam burns in his eyes. His words inflame the people's minds like rot feasting upon a wound. Rot cries out mockingly, "That's because you are afraid of them, but they're not afraid of you." They have the almighty baton. All you have is a source of the power that feeds the whole ship. Why shouldn't they take you for granted? It serves you right, you cowards! His ugly shriek spills like venom upon the sweating faces as they slowly draw closer and closer. Turn my thoughts to Domin Mrayse again? Oh. I address the one who commands these people and who possesses the authority to execute and pardon. Am I to hear his thoughts? Reveal my blades. Do you seek to challenge me? You may try. Your seditious words have been heard and will not be forgotten. I hereby chastise this compartment for its profane thoughts. I guess let's reveal our blades. Do you seek to challenge me? You may try. You see, they're already itching to kill us, and we haven't even done anything yet. They're not afraid of us. The bile spraying from Rod's mouth sizzles in the workings' minds like acid. It is burning them through. Rapier. We will not commit rebellion, but we will not allow ourselves to be slaughtered by villains either. The law and the Emperor are on our side. A young woman steps forth, slender and supple like a rapier. If they want to crush us with the fear of death, let them kill us. It will only prove our righteousness. The ringing call is a command, pressing itself into their hearts. The foul stench of sacrilege almost knocks me off my feet. Appeal to Domin Mrayse loudly and exigently? Exigently? What does that mean? But the noise around me drowns out my own thoughts and stops me from focusing on his image. Sense the fetid stench of blasphemy. Oh shit. That tantalizing elusive scent of rage. It is more than a stench, it is a tool. The weapon of the despicable trio, which they use to influence the minds of the laity. invisibly intoxicating their minds. The crowd reeks of flowering treason. I delve down to its root and realize what it is that rejects his will so. His sacred privilege is being attacked. He alone chooses who may journey to him. But these three instigators, they're determined to make this decision for themselves, dragging the souls of all around into the fires of violence with them. They are impudent upstarts who have put themselves above him and above me, the second spinner of the Bloodspan web, his chosen servant. The realization of such audacity burns my very soul. Death will claim you all, but not today, unless you are truly keen to meet its embrace. Bear one of my blades, do you wish to die? I swear that anyone who follows the mutineers will perish this day. Huh. Yeah, let's do that. The crowd does not answer, they do not hear me. The sacred promise of death no longer moves them, for they have fallen under the enemy's spell. They surround me, threatening, pointing fingers, cursing. They dare not strike, not yet. But already their enormous bulk presses down upon me as the smell of blood in the air grows thicker by the minute. Lose myself in the dance of blood? Let's go? I can bear it no longer. The blades in my hands sink, and blood streaks across astonished faces. I am done speaking and exhorting. I merely dance on the thread that I have spun. I bestow death and blessed wounds. I catch a glimpse of Rapier's cloven face and Furnace's open belly. Rot's severed hand falls at my feet, and its owner flees howling. I dance and breathe so freely. God damn, bro. Really though, no cutscene? It did not go the way I had planned. The smell of blood lingers in the air like the stench of impending defeat. Two bodies are sprawled before me. I have severed their threads. The third blasphemer has managed to escape, but his disembodied hand also lies on the floor. Useless meat. Huh. So we kinda failed then, I guess? Maybe we could have done this differently, without violence, and beat them in their own game or something? I'm not sure actually. What can these corpses reveal to me? Very little. The faint traces of the vile mutations that twisted their bodies, the foul stench of corruption emanating from their meat, the deformed, strangely colored brains in their crushed skulls that spawn the heresy of sedition. Are Flaming Voice and Steel Mistress still alive? Their threads have not yet been cut. I realize with astonishment that they are standing close to me. Flaming Voice is furiously reproaching all those who had only recently joined the revolt, while Steel Mistress booms like a siren, shaking her maul and threatening punishment. They are useless to the hunt now. What will the appearance of the survivors tell me? They huddle in the corners, ashamed of their own subservience. They try to convince themselves that the blood they so foolishly spilled would absolve them, but they know it is not enough. It's time for the next step. A thrill runs down the strands of my consciousness. Is this Domin Mrayse? Can I truly feel him again, or am I imagining it? I need to concentrate. I gaze at the puddles of blood and the patterns they form. I see a labyrinth. The Undying One has given me a sign. My hand finds the sealed case in which his tarot cards reside. It is time for a divination in the blood of the dead. It will reveal to me the name of the unholy master. I draw the heart of the spread, I guess? Oh, we can do everything. The Harlequin, inverted. Lies, manipulation, a shadowy play blocking my path, but it is a lie exposed, a deception that must be revealed. I draw the end of the spread. The Preacher, a man who carries an idea and proclaims it. But who is it? Nemesis? One of his supporters? Someone already slain or someone still alive? The divination is unclear, and so I draw a fourth card. It is dangerous to ask more of the Undying One, but I must know. The Aquila. His holy image watches me from within the card. and my heart grows frigid with the knowledge of what it represents. I draw the beginning. The Hound. I gaze at the card and at its depiction of the Astra Militarum armored vehicle that bears the formidable name, the pursuit of truth, sacrifice and victory. This is me, and I am on the right track. The Undying One has manifested his omen in the traitor's blood. The hunt that has begun will be completed by the unveiling of a great deception. Our enemy is elusive because he has a powerful ally, one who espouses faith in the Emperor on this vessel. The ship's confessor is in league with Nemesis. He will be the next prey. Wait, what? Adalbert? Huh? How did she get to that? Interesting. Dude, this quest is so long. There's so much dialogue. Interrogate the ship's confessor. Okay, you know what? I think we'll do this next time, guys. I think we'll take a break and just continue from here next time. Because I need a break, man. I need a break. There's just too much dialogue. I'm sorry. We'll see you soon, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Bye for now.